Everyone. So I'm just going to do a short video about my Witch Doctor in patch 2.4.2, what I'm going with right now to do greater rifts. So this is still very similar, probably almost exactly the same build as I was using, gear, items, everything is what I was doing last patch, and this is the Gargantuan zombie dogs build. So the idea behind this remains still that Gargantuan homungoid is still going to be the largest source of our damage, and we're going to be building to try to increase Gargantuan damage as much as we can. And zombie dogs, which before used to be that they had an ability, I think it was chilled to the bone. It used to be that chilled to the bone, enemies who were hit got chilled, and they had enemies that were chilled had 15% increased damage that they would take. But they removed that from the game, so no longer is that active. They're just chilled. I don't see that as doing any extra damage. It's just a chill, probably a slow. So decided to go with leeching beast. So your zombie dogs heal you as they attack, and it's for 100% of your life on hit with every attack. So what I've done with my gear is I've taken this Sacred Harvester and I got rid of the attack speed and instead put some life on hit there, so that my life per hit would be a lot higher, so that my zombie dogs with Leeching Beast will do more damage, which means that, or they'll do more healing, which means I'll survive a lot better. As there's this problem with this build. I mean, there's a problem with any of these classes build, is that, you know, you start out with a toughness that's relatively small. In a greater rift, you know, that I'm going at level 85, 80 to 85, this toughness, you get hit by anything, you're dead. So you need to you know, pick your abilities to help increase the toughness, and one of them is Sacred Harvester. Reading the secondary says Soul's Harvest now stacks up to 10 times, and here's Soul Harvest. So it says feed on life force enemies within 18 yards, gain 3% intelligence for 30 seconds for each affected enemy. This effect stacks up to 5 times. So with Sacred Harvester here, it stacks up to 10 times, and then increase the armor by 10% per invested enemy and reduce their movement speed by 80% for 5 seconds. So what this does is you get increased intelligence, which should increase your defenses here, all your resistances, because this comes off of your intelligence adds to your resistance. And then you have armor here that increase the armor, so your toughness gets up pretty high, almost close to 200 million toughness. So it makes it really easy to survive getting hit accidentally. And then with the Leeching Beasts, it makes it really easy to take damage and not have to worry about using a pot to heal yourself, or using an ability on the Templar, you know, to heal yourself. Heals you in the Templar for like every 30 seconds. He has this ability to heal you if you take a lot of damage. I've decided instead I'm going to move out here, and I'm going to have the Templar taunting enemies every time, you know, for 3 seconds every time I get hit, and that's on a 10-second cooldown. To me, that's more important to help my survival, is just to have him constantly taunting, because he cannot die. So although this benefits us and this benefits us, I find that once we get to the Rift Guardian, the Soul Harvest stacks will start to drop unless the Rift Guardian has adds. And then you get down to the point where your toughness is so low that if the Rift Guardian even hits you one time, you're dead, immediately dead, which kind of blows. And which Blizzard would consider doing something to change it, because once you get to Rift Guardians, if you get a solo Rift Guardian, you're going to lose your stacks of Soul Harvest. You're going to lose all 10 of them. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. Alright, so enough talking about that. Look at the gear. So this is ancient, intellect, and then we have area damage, which is very important. Cooldown reduction, not nearly as important, because we're going to be getting a lot of our cooldown reduction from Grave Injustice. Gain 1% of your maximum life and mana, and reduce the cooldown of all your skills by 1 second when an enemy dies within 10 yards. So if we look at this cooldown, like there's not a long cooldown on this. Your pets are not going to die. Your pets will be alive a long time because of this. Enforcer, Greater Rift, or Legendary Gem increase the damage of your pets, and then your pets take 90% less damage. So okay, so where was I going with this? So yeah, you don't have a long cooldown on this. Once you summon your pets, you probably won't need to summon them. They're probably not going to die unless you die. That's the only way that you'll lose your pets with this build. And then cooldown Wall of Death, 8 seconds. And then your Gargantuan, again, he is not going to die unless you die. Piranado or Piranhas, cooldown 16 seconds, 10 seconds on Jaunt. So this, I'm not going to put a lot of cooldown reduction into this build. I don't have a lot of cooldown in there. Oops, that's cold damage. Yeah, cooldown reduction. It's not as relevant in my opinion for this build, just because when you're killing enemies so fast, your cooldowns come back up really fast, and these are very short cooldowns anyway. You don't have to worry about these. So reduce cooldown on all skills, that just happens to be on there, just leave that. So I had Vitality and I re-rolled it for Gargantuan damage, because we want our Gargantuan as high as we can go. Right now it's 45%, because the Big Stinker, well, not Big Stinker, I just call him Big Stinker, but the Humongoid does the majority of the damage that we need him to do. And we want to have a lot of area damage. I'm just I haven't been putting a lot of points into that. Part of it's trying to find decent items. Like here would be great if instead of cooldown reduction that had area damage. I'm not sure if you can even get area damage on that. Wow, maybe that's a possibility. So anyway, we move on to this Helltooth Mask. Yep. It's all the same stuff. Traveler's Pledge. So this is the Endless Walk. If you don't know what that does, is it gives you a buff when you're standing still. It starts out like as you move, you lose your buff. You lose your damage increase buff. So this is increase the damage of your Gargantuan and the damage that you do from your abilities. And as you keep moving, you get this other damage reduced buff. So Endless Walk kind of works in both ways, where one, if you get in trouble, you just start moving and you start to increase your damage reduction by moving around. But you lose your damage increase while you're moving around, and you got to stand for a while before you get that back up to 100%. But still, I think it's the best choice. It would be great if I could get cold damage on this, but the problem is when I got this item, it didn't have the socket. You can see where that socket, it shows that I had to roll this socket into this item. And I guess I'll do a video for Blizzard about things I would like to see them do. I know I can probably open up a chat to send a message out to Blizzard asking requests, like what kind of things I would like to see in patches and seasons to come. But we have Bane of the Stricken, just because we're going to need that damage against Rift Guardian at the very end. Plus it does damage against bosses. That's very important, because they have lots of health as you get higher. Lakumba's Ornament, so that's important because reduce all damage taken by 6% for each stack of Soul Harvest. So there's your Soul Harvest. Then we have Sacred Harvester to get it up to 10 times, and that increases the damage reduction that you have on your character, so that makes your toughness really high. That helps you to survive it. And again, it's part of the problem that comes with this build is, and it probably comes with every build, is once you get to that Rift Guardian, if they don't have ads, this whole harvest is gonna get reduced to the point where you might be able to get one stack, and then you can't let the boss touch you, or you're dead, because you won't have, your toughness will be like this, and the boss will just laugh and one-shot you. Alright, so there's the tunic. You want to roll into Gargantuan damage, 15%, and on this you want to critical hit damage is pretty important, but also try to get cold skill damage up as high as you go, because the Gargantuan is a cold, Humungoid is cold, so you want to add to the damage that Gargantuan has, so you want to try to get as much bonus to cold damage to build his damage, or their damage. I don't know if Gargantuan's a he or she. Tasker and Theo, so that's increased the attack speed of your pets by 40%. It has a max of 50%, so I got kind of a crappy roll here, but I don't think attack speed is nearly as important. Yeah, some things I've been thinking about is, maybe the intelligence. There's a lot of different things I could do. Area damage. Chance on deal 10 to 20% area damage. And then there's also life per hit. That will work with the zombie dogs, leeching beasts, to help keep me alive. And I'm going to go run a Greater Rift 80, so example of what happens, as well as I'm going to talk a little bit about my approach. So yeah, I've been thinking about, man, maybe I just need to roll away the intelligence and grab some area damage as much as I can. I don't know. And with this one, I was thinking about adding to more survivability just by grabbing that life per hit. Get rid of vitality for life per hit, but vitality is already kind of low. You don't want to go too low, otherwise the boss hits you. If your life is too low, he'll kill you regardless of what your survival, with your toughness is and everything. You gotta have enough life to prevent the oops, I just got hit and he almost killed me. Short Man's Finger, we need this because the secondary Gargantuan instead summons 3 smaller Gargantuans, each more powerful than before. So that just turns our 1 Gargantuan guy into 3 Gargantuans. Yeah, it would be nice to have some, to get a ring with better rolls that I can roll off for different things. Like, let's see, take a look at this. Yeah, this area damage would be awesome. Cooldown, who cares about area damage, would just be awesome, but critical hit chance, I don't know. I think the critical, having, the Gargantuan damage, for 585% of my weapon damage is cold. So we still need to have a lot of damage here, included with maxing out this Gargantuan to damage to 45. So it's kind of a tough call. Again, it's the same thing with this. It's like I'm going to lose a little base damage getting rid of that intelligence, but at the same time I'm going to look for area damage. That's the only reason why I would roll away that intelligence. It would be nice if I could roll away the attack speed instead, because I hear that that's a little bit less important. Let's see. Witching Hour, that's just a stat stick. It's just lots and lots of damage. There really isn't any other belt that is better to put in the replace of this one. Again, it's just for increasing the amount of damage that this spot can do. Compass Road, so that's part of the Endless Walk. This is really, really good rolls. It would be nice if I could roll away that attack speed for something else, but the ring didn't have a socket, so I have to roll away something else for the socket, so I can put in Bane of the Trapped to increase damage against enemies under effects of crowd control by 40%, gain an aura that reduces movement speed of enemies within 15 yards by 30%. Yeah, it's got some really good stacks. I haven't been able to get a good ancient one to replace it with. Legs there. There's really not very much you can do with legs, so I just put armor for more toughness. There's Henry's so cute little perquisition, little kitty. So you want to put Gargantuan damage in here when you get a good one. That's more important probably than many other things. Helltooth Greaves, again, we're just doing armor. You can also, if you already have armor but you have no movement speed, you can add some movement speed. I have decided to take away movement speed and put my points, my Paragon points, into all intellect. So I'm kind of back like last patch in 2.4.1. I added movement speed to make sure this character was maxed out on movement speed, and now I'm back to the thought where I just want to put pure damage and not worry about movement speed. And then Sacred Harvester. Yeah, it would be nice if I could get some area damage into this, but that life per hit is really important, because the beast with the dogs attacking with leeching beasts, that really helps to keep me alive, especially when you're fighting a mob that's like an Avenger that does damage to you, or reflects damage that does damage to you, or anything you fight that does damage to you. That plus life per hit and the leeching beast on your zombie dogs helps to keep you going, and I'm going to show you in just a moment what I'm talking about. So details, I would love to have more area damage, but I have to roll away things that I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to roll away that intelligence. I don't know if I want to do that really. Do I want to get rid of that life per hit for area damage? Probably not. Yep. Yes, basic stats. Nothing here to really showcase. Life per hit is pretty important for this build because of the zombie dogs and the leeching beasts. We're going to try to get as much as we can. I mean, I'm doing Greater Rift 80 plus, and I'm surviving. It's not that I'm not dying. Sometimes I am, but I find that somewhere around this 30,000 life per hit that I have, that I've added, has ended up being enough to help keep me alive most of the time, as long as I'm still being careful. I mean, you gotta be careful, especially with the Rift Guardian. The Rift Guardian, once you lose your stacks of Soul Harvest, you're gonna be like a glass cannon, unfortunately. So my movement speed's only 10% from this, so I don't care about that. I got the Furnace, Mask of Jerem, Royal Ring of Grandeur, and that's to get this set bonus. So I'll just kind of read the set bonus for you. Enemies hit by primary skills: Acid Cloud, Fire Bat, Zombie Charger, Zombie Dogs, Gargantuan, Grasp of the Dead, Piranhas, or Wall of Death are all affected by necrosis, becoming slowed, taking 1500% weapon damage every second, and taking 20% increased damage from attacks for 10 seconds. So I have all of those in here already. I have basically everything going on in here that's going to proc off the 2-set bonus. 4-set, after applying necrosis to an enemy, you take 60% reduced damage for 10 seconds. So something you could probably do as we're doing Greater Rifts, or as you're doing anything, when you pass by an enemy, throw out an ability on them just to get necrosis rolling, just so you get reduced 60% damage for 10 seconds while you're moving. Even when you're going to pass an enemy, just throw something down on them so you can get that buff, just in case you run into something that could one-shot you, just because it gets you that 60% reduced damage. That's my opinion. Maybe other people don't agree, but that's what I think. 4-set, after casting Wall of Death, gain 1400% increased damage for 15 seconds to your primary skills: Acid Cloud, Fire Bat, Zombie Charger, Zombie Dogs, Gargantuan, Grasp of the Dead, Piranhas, and Wall of Death. And again, that's all these guys. So after casting a wall of death, we're going to gain 1400% increased damage for 15 seconds to those primary skills. Alright, so take a look at the Templar. As I told you, I've moved away from heal for intervene. Yeah, I'm losing heal. Yeah, that's making me a little bit more squishy, But I want to intervene. I want him to keep taunting enemies. Try to keep them away from me as much as possible. Loyalty, that's some life. He gives me some life regen. Not a lot, but some. Enemies hit or hit by the Templar are slowed. I guess we could do that. It's possible. That's a possibility. Charge. Charges enemy, dealing damage and stunning nearby enemies, so that's really good. So it's a massive blow. I'm going to go with charge just because that's going to proc off the Bane of Trapped. And then we got Gargantuan. When your life is low, Templar will come to aid, knocking back enemies and healing you, versus increase your resource generation, because this is the only thing that's spending mana, and I have no resource. I'm never resource starved ever, so there's just no reason to do Inspire at all. Gargantuan, yeah, that's what we're going to go with. And then we got your follower cannot die on his relic. I put Fulminator in here. It's probably debatable. Some people would probably say that you want to go with a different item. I can never remember. No, I can't remember what it's called. Isn't that stupid? Oh no. Thunder Fury. Is that what it is? I don't have any in my bags. I have them on my other characters. Well, anyway. It still works out because lightning damage has a chance to turn enemies into lightning rods, causing them to pulse for weapon damage as lightning every second to nearby enemies for 6 seconds. I just picked this because I wanted to put a lot of damage into my Templar to increase the amount of damage he's doing, and still there's a chance to on hit to pull enemies toward your target, slow them by 80%. So as a Johan, still need that for the Templar to pull enemies into him, so we can group them up for taking care, having stack damage caused by Gargantuan AoE damage. So when he's hitting ads and he gets AoE, he's going to hit maximum ads when he's doing it. Wayward. Lightning damage has 33% chance of stun for 1.5 seconds. This is lightning damage. You see it there. It's already in there. 1492 to 1815 lightning damage. So that procs off of that. And then there's Oculus Ring. Chance to create an area focus power on killing monster. Damage increased by 85% while standing in the area. That's going to be more important as you get in the higher rift levels, to stand in there as much as you can to get your buffs. Sometimes you can be, you can get the ads, or you can get your Gargantuan and zombie dogs. Mostly it's the Gargantuan into that area. I'm not sure if the damage does affect them or not, but I know it affects us. And then we have freeze of deflection, blocking attack, a chance to freeze the attacker for a short period of time. And again, these are this just a lot of damage in here. I just want to get him as much damage as I can. I just feel like he already has everything he needs to do his job. Let's just give him a little bit more damage, and that's why I'm doing that. Skills, Piranha's Tornado. So summons a deadly tornado, deadly piranhas to pull enemies in, deal damage, and causes affected enemies to take additional damage. So that's why you're doing that. Spirit Walk Jaunt. That's your, I'm in trouble and I gotta get out of dodge because, something's going to kill me if I don't move away from it fast enough. Plus, yeah. So Harvest. So this is what we need to do. We need to keep this up at 10 stacks as much as as long as we can. We're going to probably lose it on the Rift Guardian, so the Rift Guardian is going to be our trickiest challenge at the end of Rift. Zombie dogs, going with Leeching Beasts, just because you get 4 dogs. Each dog's 120% of your weapon damage is physical, and then dogs heal you for 100% of your life on hit, which is why we got we rolled out that attack speed on the weapon and instead put life per hit there, so we can get some heal from the zombie dogs, and it does make a bit of difference. Wall of Death, summon Circle of Spirits, 6 seconds, that deals 12 in weapon damage. Cold shields nearby enemies by 60%, reduces the damage dealt by 25% for 3 seconds. And then Gargantuan. So Homungoid, summon a Gargantuan, somebody to fight for you. Gargantuan cleaves multiple enemies for 585% of your weapon damage is cold. So part of this build is building as much damage as it can. It's not like the Crusader Legacy of Nightmare Bombardment, where your damage isn't nearly as important as getting a ton of thorns and getting Circle of Elements and just, timing everything so that you're dropping your bombardment at the right time when you're is it Convention of Elements or Circle of Elements? I think it's Convention of Elements. I think I said the wrong thing. Yeah, I think it's Convention. Yeah, Convention of Elements. So, yeah, I'm not going to be using that. But for this build, for this Gargantuan build, we want to stack as much damage as we can. Try not to sacrifice too much we want to get Gargantuan damage. That's very important. You want to get this up to 45%. But you also want your basic damage, your sheet damage, to be really high, because your Gargantuan is built upon that damage. And then all these other multipliers, this Soul Harvest, times 10 here is going to increase your damage, which increases the damage your Gargantuan does, some of the damage your dogs does, and a little bit of the damage of the Wall of Death, as well as piranhas. So yeah, you want as much sheet damage as you can get. So I put in, I didn't talk about it, I put a Vitality gem in there because I need a little bit more health, more than I need like a Diamond gem for cooldown, because cooldown isn't really important. My abilities are going to come off their cooldown so fast when I'm killing stuff. And then we put Intelligence gems. We could put diamonds in there for increased resistance, but you're going to lose damage, and we want as much damage as we can get. Plus, intelligence already adds to our resistances anyway. Okay, so that's that. This is almost like 27 minutes. I don't think So, I'm going to do Spirit Vessel. When you receive fatal damage, you automatically enter Spirit Realm for 2 seconds and heal 50% of your maximum life. May not affect more than every 60 seconds. This is an absolute must-have. Don't try to go Glass Cannon and replace this with something else. Like, what was it? You could, there's other things you could try. Where is it? You can do like Gruesome Feast. When you're healed by a health globe, gain 10% of maximum mana and 10% intelligence, because that's with health globes you can increase your intelligence for 15 seconds up to a bonus of 5 times, which increases the damage that your Gargantuans and everything else is going to do. But I still would not do that. You're going to find the higher, greater levels you get, you need this Spirit Vessel to save you, especially once you get to that once you get to the Rift Guardian. Once you lose your stacks of the Soul Harvest, you're going to need this to help you survive when the boss charges you and you don't have like Jaunt to keep yourself from getting one shot, or you're not able to move fast enough. Pierce the Veil, all your damage increased by 20%, but your mana costs are increased by 30%. This is basically the only thing that's going to use a lot of mana. You're not going to have mana problems. So this is all your damage all the time. Some people might choose Confidence Ritual. You increase damage 25%, so it's 5% more. Additional damage to enemies within 20 yards. But that's tough because now you got to be very close to stuff that can kill you. So I'm going to go with this so I can stand away and stay alive. And then Midnight Feast, the damage of your zombie dogs and Gargantuan is increased by 50%, so that's an absolute must-have. You can't do this build without it. You can change any of these other ones, well, not this one, but you can change these two for anything else you want, but you got to have this. Your Gargantuan is all your damage. It's the majority of your damage. The Gargantuan is going to kill everything for you, including the Rift Guardian, so you got to have this. Plus you gain an additional zombie dog. That zombie dog is proccing Leeching Beast, which is healing you and keeping you alive, which is a must-have. Then Graven Justice, I told you about, that gain 1% maximum life and mana, reduce the cooldown skill by 1 second when an enemy dies within 20 yards. The range is extended by items that increase your go pickup radius, so that would be something like, Thing of the Deep. But I don't have a lot of, you know, I don't think, do I have any range at all? Oh, let's see, where is it? No, I guess I don't have any range, so... No, I must have a golden health pickup radius. I must have scrolled over it. Oh, yeah, I did. Duh. Yeah, 4 yards. That's nothing. So, yeah, I mean, that second part we aren't going to get very much benefit from unless you get really lucky with your gear items and all of them have bonus gold pickup radius. Then that starts to be really, really, really nice. Alright, so that's all the stuff. Let's just do a greater rift together. Oh, I don't have any rift zones. Okay, so we're not going to do a greater rift together. We'll just go do a normal rift. I'll see if I can get this. I don't have a hex, you know, speed build or anything like that. Oh yeah, I gotta summon those guys. So yeah, so right now my toughness is 200,000. It's really good, nice. You got to keep that toughness up. I'm going to pop my jaunt while I'm in the middle of something that's going to blow up in my face. And that prevents all damage so I can survive it. And I'm just, you know, I'm doing Torment 13. It's pretty easy. Still got to be careful. Stuff can still, oops, just killed me. Because I was being too lazy, too careless. And I'm losing my soul harvest already. Your toughness is going down, going down, going down. Going down. Yeah. Yeah, it goes down pretty low. And then you lose it. And then when you do the Rift Guardian, he just laughs at you and you're just like, "Oh, mommy." And you don't want him to touch you because it's bad news if the Rift Guardian touches you when you're playing Witch Doctor, you know, Gargantuan zombie dog build. There you go. Now I'm back up to 10. And I can survive pretty well. Yep, try to keep that buff going. Oh. Duh. I'm just passing the stuff. Yeah, I'm moving around a lot. You want to try to stand still so you can build up to your damage increase here, because that's very important for your Gargantuans. Moving around too much doesn't allow you to get the buff that you need so your Gargantuans and everything else does max damage. Yep, gotta keep this. Keep the soul harvest at 10. It's the best thing to do. So, yeah. And the other thing that's great about Jaunt is it'll break you out of a CC effect. Let's stand in this and then Jaunt. You see a proc Spirit Vessel. Basically, that was going to kill me, but Spirit Vessel saved me. You're going to need that. You really do need Spirit Vessel. I wouldn't go Glass Cannon at all. Especially on higher, greater rifts. It's just redunculous. Yeah. Yeah, so Harvest has dropped a little bit too much. There we go, back up to 10. Just keep that up. Keep it going. Alright. Something else to teach you about or talk to you about this build. So one of the problems with the build, aside from the soul harvest issue, is the fact that the zombie dogs and the Gargantuan have a mind of their own, and they can be off attacking another ad when you group up a big group of mobs for them to cleave down, and sometimes they don't keep up with you, and then they're like off somewhere else doing God knows what, attacking one mob, and that just kills your rift progression, because you really need to be able to have them together to destroy that large pack, and not worry about that individual, group that doesn't really matter for what you're trying to do. And so there's a couple ways of dealing with that. Let's see if I can create that situation. So, yeah, it's hard. I have to get to the greater rift when it takes longer for mobs to die. Okay, when I get blown up, popping jaunt, surviving that blow up, and my spirit vessel is off its cooldown, so I could stand in that, get blown up, and I would be okay. But try not to do that kind of stuff on purpose. That's just tempting fate too much. So, a couple of things you can do when you find yourself in trouble, or not in trouble, but with your pets, with your Gargantuan specifically, is you can oh gosh, what's the term I'm looking for? I want to say it's rubber band, but that's not. I don't think that's the right term. If these guys are attacking something, you get far enough away from them, they'll reappear by you. See how they just suddenly reappeared? Oh, I know rubber band is not the right term, but it's something. Okay, so let's go find. They're attacking. I'm moving away. There, they just appeared right on top of me. So what you can do is, if you're attacking something and you can't resummon, because that's the other way that you're going to do it, is you can just resummon them and they'll appear on top of you. Wherever they are at, they will appear on top of you doing damage and everything. So I'm going to summon them here. Now they're here, everyone's here, the gang's all here, everyone's doing all their cleavy goodness, and I'm winning the game, and I'm awesome and everything. But he's on cooldown for 60 seconds. So what we do is just run away from him, and eventually they're all going to catch up to me. They're all going to just suddenly rubber band to me, like I'm the part of the rubber band that's holding the rubber band that's being stretched away, and I just pull them right to me. Or they'll just appear. They don't like rubber band nearly as much. They just kind of suddenly, I get too far away from them and they just appear there. Alright, I think I've got that explained well enough. Alright. Alright, we got this guy. We're gonna do a greater rift. I think I'm gonna do something relatively easy. I'm not gonna take too much risk. That'd be stupid. Alright, do I have... Yeah. Alright, there we go. So what I have read and what I have heard is that Blizzard has changed greater rifts, so now that greater rifts, the mobs inside a greater rift awards you with less experience than the mobs did in the last patch. So what you want to do now in the Greater Rifts is you want to make sure that you finish it, because you get more experience for finishing it than you do versus just clearing it, or I mean killing the mobs. Alright, so yeah, I got up to Greater Rift 85, haven't been able to hit 86 yet. I've been trying to get 84 on farm, it's been a little bit difficult. 83 is a challenge, can be a challenge. If I do an 83, I'm not going to be able to talk, so I'm going to do an 80, that's a little easier. Yeah, let's do empowered. Alright, and you see that the amount that you're paying for empowered Greater Rifts is also less. 23 million. Used to be like, I don't know, 400 some million, and it goes up even more. Alright, so I think we're all ready. Did I get my repair bill? Make sure I get that. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not forget that. Alright. Gonna do an 80. And I kind of talk to what's going on. So we come into the Greater Rift, summon our guys. Everyone's up. Good to going. Looking good. Looking for mobs. Dropping my soul harvest so I get my stacks up. Start grouping up mobs. I'm going to give myself a little distance here. Jaunt in, soul harvest. Now I'm up to 10 stacks. I'm going to stop moving. This is not a very big group here. I should be aiming to get a lot larger pulls than I can get. So I'm going to move around here a little bit. Look what's going on. Okay, soul harvest. We got this grouping up here pretty good. Drop them in there. Okay, so the mobs are on the other side. Let's go over here to where this guy is. Okay, so we're going to summon everyone right here on top of me. Alright, everyone's now on top of this guy. This guy does a lot of progression. So that's what we're going to leave him there for. You see my health is kind of dipping a lot. I'm standing in AoE. I'm going to use a cooldown. But I'm getting some kind of, I'm getting some healing from my doggies. Good doggies. We're standing shit, getting healed. Get feared. Okay, I got to run out. See, I can't just stand in there nonstop. I have to be prepared to move out of it. But I'm getting some healing back, and that's coming from the zombie dogs. Alright, everyone. Get over here. Whatever's going on over there is not as nearly important as that guy. Alright, did pretty well. Let's keep moving, keep progressing, keep pushing forward. Alright. Oh, I think this is the way out. We're going to go. Yep. So we need to get this buff up and going and have that roll in on top of me. So toughness is starting to drop. Damage is starting to drop. Get everything going up here. Alright. Summon everything on top of me, because this is where all the goodness is going. Because this is where all the mobs are. Keep everything together. Using Jaunt to survive. Okay, we're good. Good. Alright, look at that. Damage is good. We want that's going up. We want to keep the wall of death going up. It's not a big group. I'm going to pass them. Looking good. Okay. We've got what's going on over here. That's not very big. I'm going to keep pushing. There's something a little bit going on there. I can grab these guys, maybe bring them in. Grab these guys. Come on, everyone, come over here. Okay, everyone spread out. We're going to come to the yellow guy. Okay, we're resummoning all my pets now. They're all standing on top of them. I'm going to use the self-heal. I'm going to pop that, keep that open so you can see what's going on there on the board. Toughness is up, lots of damage. We got to use Jaunt. Got to get the hell out of Dodge. Where is he? He's not dead yet. He's right here. Resummon adds right on top of my pets are right on top of. Oh, I'm going to die if I don't get out of there. Alright. Yeah, I was standing in something. There we go. Kablooey. Blows up. Alright, good job. Excellent. Getting out of here. It's not worth trying to kill one more guy. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Yep, keep that up. Keep going. Oh, we got some good stuff here. Come on, boys. Let's do a little fishing. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Come on. get over here. Okay, we're going to summon everything right on top of these guys. Summon all my ads. Pop the pylon. Not terribly exciting. Okay, we got them down fast. Alright, this is not worth it anymore. Let's get out of here. Okay. Soul Harvest there. We want to keep 10 stacks. And we'll put those down there. Yep, they're killing them fast because I got this dimensional power. Alright. Everything in here. Alright, what we got here? Keep popping. Keep everything topped off. I got 10 on my Soul Harvest. Got to keep all death up. Keep Jerem's Revenge up because that keeps me alive. Okay, some of my pets are not over here. We're resummoning everything. So it's now on top of me, right over here by where I want this guy. Okay, I'm going to go and grab this globe. Come on, everyone. Oh, I'm going to stand here. Damage increase. Let's heal myself. Alright. Alright, there we go. Good job. Good job, everyone. Alright, lots of good stuff. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's so awesome. I'm just going to hang here. I'm going to chill here. Looking pretty good. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yep. Just going to use Jaunt. Going to survive it. Alright. Yep, looking good. Looking good. Alright. Yep, I'm going to put that down. Not very much there worthwhile killing. It's a little bigger pack in here. Oh, we got some good stuff here. Alright, these guys. And another guy. Alright. Keep looking. Keep looking. Speed. Ah, hell yeah. Ah, hell yeah. Okay, summon everything on top of these guys. Let's go nuts. Come on. Let's go crazy. I'm going to heal myself real fast. Jaunt real fast. Come on, you guys. Everyone, kill him. Now, 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 now. Now, now, now. I don't have patience for that. You were supposed to die 2 days ago. Alright. Did it. Did it, done it, done. Okay, lots of stuff spread out here. This is not good. I don't want to deal with stuff that's spread out. Alright, summon everyone on top of me. We had a little dot that was up here, but he's not there anymore. He's down here with us now. He's hanging with the gang. I don't want you up there. I want you down here. That's a dead end. Alright, Soul Harvest. Got to keep the 10 stack up there. It's good. Going out of here. Not worth it. The groups were just too spread out, man. It was totally not worth it. Yep, not going to do anything there. That's too small. We could start to maybe think about doing some stuff here. Maybe we can group them up here. Yeah. See what happens. Alright. I'm losing the stacks of Soul Harvest. We got to get that back up. Go stand over here a little bit. Stop. Alright. They're not getting grouped up. They're not behaving. Alright. Just leave it alone. Alright. Let's go. Go, go, go. Alright. We're getting some good groups here. Come on, everyone. Over here. Over here. Okay, summon everything. Now everything's summoned here. And don't die. Yep, you see, as mobs are dying, just dying fast, everything is coming off cooldown. Everything's coming off cooldown super fast. This is why I'm not putting cooldown reduction. I'm trying to, stay away from it. Some cases you can't avoid it. It's just there's something less, even less important than cooldown reduction you want to get out of your gear for something else. Alright. Alright, we're getting... Okay, summon all the guys on top of me. Go pop it. Oh, no! I didn't have a cooldown to survive it. Alright. It's alright. Now, everything's on cooldown, so I kind of got a problem here, because, man, I need those bad boys up. Their damage. So we use Jaunt. We run into the group. Oh, we got a little trouble there. Gotta move. Gotta move. Yeah. Use Jaunt to run the group so I can do Soul Harvest. Gonna do it again. Soul Harvest. Drop stuff. Get out. Just gonna chill out here. See, I'm not even getting healed because my dogs, my doggies. All right, I'm gonna summon the doggies so I can get some healing going from them. Ah, crap! No, no, that's not what I meant to do. damn it. Alright, big stinker. Big stinker time. Alright. Yep, look at that. Yeah. Gotta watch that. Alright. This is taking a little bit too much time. Run in. Keep that tapped off. Oh no, I did it again. Yeah. Alright. Big guy. Wow. And I still need a spirit vessel for that. Yep, gotta get that soul harvest topped off, man. That's a lot of survivability and damage on top of it. Gotta have that. Come on, everyone. Kill him already. That was bad. That took way too long. That was bad. That was probably something not to have stung around. Okay, we're gonna drop our wall of death. We can get the Jerem's Revenge up and going. And you see my health goes up and down, but the doggies are helping to keep me alive. Okay. Now a lot there. Oh, lots up here. Let's go. Come on. Maybe he will, maybe he won't come down. Alright, looks like he's coming down. Let's stand here for a little bit. Let him take some damage. Say, there's a yellow up there, isn't there? And he's not coming down here. Got super duper elite. Hey, how's it going? It's going there, Bob. Alright. We're going to keep moving because that one guy is just one guy. Yeah, let's go grab all this stuff. There we go. Get ready to summon everyone on top of this guy. Alright, summon everything on top of him now. Come on, kill, kill, kill. Murder, murder, murder. Heal, heal, heal. Yep, getting healed, getting healed. Getting healed, standing there taking lots of damage, but I'm getting healed. Alright, here we go. Alright. Everyone get in there and start. So, watch what's going to happen to my soul harvest. I'm going to start losing it. I won't be able to keep this stacked up. I gotta keep this guy where I could see what he's doing. Alright, so I'm already down to 7. Already down to 2. Got it up to 3. Usually that's where it's at. Oh, yeah. But I'm getting healed. Good dogs. Yep, going down to 2 again. Yep. There you go. There you go. Alright, kill whatever that is. Okay, so that's a Greater Rift 80. You see what it's like. Still make mistakes, still find ways to get myself killed. 1% chance. Yeah, 1% chance. I'm not planning on using Esoteric Alteration, but I'm going to level it because I can replace the Call to Sans Despair rank 50 with something that's a rank 80 plus. So that'll be like taking, well, no, that's not a good example there, like 420 intelligence instead of 250, so that's almost 200 more intelligence. Plus the little kitty cat could use a new Call to Sans Despair rank 80. So, but this is not the way you want to level your legendary gems. I have a video that talks about, it's a 2-part video on leveling, how do you level those gems and get the max advantage out of you know, time, getting it done as fast as possible. Probably want to take a look at that. Alright. Alright. Bag's full. Let me see. Yeah, you want to watch my video on how to level legendary gems for Call to San Despair in Greater Rifts. How to level gems in Greater Rifts. Fastest, most efficient way to do it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, so that's basically it. Yeah. And so, I don't know if you're paying attention to my experience bar, but it's about to take a huge jump here in a moment. Yep. So, yeah, successfully clearing a Greater Rift gives you you want to do that. That's the best way to get the max amount of experience from the Greater Rift. And at my level of play where I'm at right now, if I want to progress up Greater Rifts, I have to get my Paragon points up as high as I can get this stuff. I have to look for gear items that are a little bit better than what I have on currently. I want to get my legendary gems ranks up as high as I can get them, and then Call to San's Despair as much as as I can. And I mean, that's basically what progression is going to be like for me from now on for Greater Rifts. Nothing else really interests me. And alright, this video is almost 60 minutes long, so thanks for hanging out. I hope that this has helped you a lot in understanding about doing Greater Rifts, about Witch Doctor Gargantuan build with Helltooth Harness and endless walk sets. And well, guess we'll be seeing you later, dudes.